Hey everybody, hopefully everybody can hear me. I didn't even tell everybody that we were live. Why, I know I'm like slow today. Welcome, 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 guys. Thank you for being here. We are live, live, live. Did I tell Twitter that we were live? Probably not. I didn't tell Discord, but if one of the mods can at everybody, we are live. Shout out to you guys. Thank you for being here. Shout out to all my supporters. What the hell is this? Sorry, y'all. I got yeah, a message. You know how when you get a message and you're just like, what the hell is this? Because you don't know what the message is about. Welcome everybody. Okay. Hey, Summer Butterfly has been a member for 2 months. Lord have mercy. Shout out to you. Thank you for being a member. All right, let me let Twitter know that we are live. Hashtag we're live. Not that this man is ever trending on Twitter, but hey, it is what it is. Ickedmel, true crime. We are live. Okay. I think I'm ready. I think I'm ready now. Sorry, y'all. Excuse my tardiness and my, whatever. I'm here. Shout out to everybody. Okay, who do I see in the chat? Let me greet some people, some folks. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Tinkle Tits, thank you for being here. Pika, thank you for being here. Yes, I said I need to get my drink. Chico, thank you for being here. Pika, Liz, who else? Shauna B. Tinkle Tits says, I must avoid I avoid most of the Krama channels because I think they usually are just clickbaiting. But with topics like this, Rabbit has good intents and receipts. Thank you, my love. Tinkle Tits McGee, Shauna B. Um, Ange, thank you for being here. Emily, thank you. Summer Butterfly, Neat Noodle. Bama, thank you. Kitty Coo, thank you. Look at all my wonderful members in the house being here. Pika, Morals, how you doing, Morals? Who else do I see? Rabbit, could you explain the C? I don't know anything about that. And let me tell you, love, thank you for the 4.99. Somebody tagged me on this. I have no idea what the hell is a CFOW. And any connection to. I mean, you're gonna have to explain it to me. I don't know. I don't know. And there was a disgruntled creator that tagged me and said somehow that I made up some. I don't know anything about that. I really don't. So I'm kind of curious. Can you tell me what that's all about? I mean, let me know, replay. Let me know, replay. I might be off because I really don't know the connection. I'm off. Leah, thank you. JB, thank you. Grandma, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, I think I see everybody. SW, thank you for being here. But thank you for the 4.99. I really don't know what the connection is though. Grandma Sherry, thank you. Oh, Beach Bum, thank you. Angie, thank you. Yes, everybody. I'm afraid to Google it. I don't even know. Oh, well, thank you, Sir Psycho. Hopefully you still like me at the end of the stream. Everybody, I'm just saying, people form opinions. Beach bum, thank you. Cheeks, thank you. Nonsense, thank you for being here. I'm nonsense is like I'm timing myself out right now. Um, oh shit, okay. Kate, thank you. Lord have, you know how when you're live and it's like, hey, Miss Salazar, welcome. Is it Destoni Salazar? Is that how you say your name? I like your avatar picture though. Shout out to you. All right. KCG, thank you for being here. Oh my, hey there. Welcome, welcome. Okay, everybody's in the house today. What are you guys doing? Why aren't you guys like, I don't know, doing something else? I've been here before, just in the bushes. Okay, well, thank you, love. Shout out to you. Is this you in the picture? Pretty good looking guy, you guys, for all the single ladies. Good looking guy in the picture. Shout out to him. Um, Welcome, Miss America. How you doing? It's been a minute. Hope you're doing well. Who else? Who else? Is it Destiny? Okay. So, all right. See, I'm going over here in La Mexicana, trying to pronounce it all like cute, like Destony. No, it's Destiny Salazar. Cheeks, why are you covering your face? Hey, Lutfi, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Look, Rabbit's like doing the love connection. You had me at good looking. See, Banana Butt? He's not a bad looking. Where's he at? If this is what he looks like, look, he's not a bad looking guy. We could do some love connections here. Look at you guys. All right. Shout out to everybody. All right. It's been a hot minute. I hope you're doing well. Rabbit dating site. I know suddenly I've become the dating channel. No, it's not. This is a true crime channel. Get it together. Get it together. Mo, welcome. Nola Lola, welcome. Ay, Dios mío. All right. Hold up. Baby Bunny's protesting. You know what I'm saying? When she protests, I must hear just a little bit. Okay. You need oh girl. Oh, it's not here. I have my biolage here. And then I had my herbal essence here. Herbal essence. Get the hair straight, pss, 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 the hairspray. It would have been Aquanet, but they don't sell that. At least in my area, they don't sell it. That's right. We do serious true crime time. Okay. Oh, you guys are awesome. Okay, let's get it together because you guys are gonna. All right. Let me address a little elephant. It's just a little elephant, okay? I had to address somebody, okay? And trust me, I do not like to address. Typically, I don't unless I have to. And this isn't on some drama stuff. I promise you that. I don't have any ill will towards this creator or others, but specifically this creator. And I'm not going to say this creator's name, and please don't drop any names. Let me tell you something, okay? Let me explain something to you guys. I like to promote creators that I'm cool with, creators that I really F with, creators that I'm like, all right, we're cool and I respect and I understand your craft and we see each other. That's who I promote. If I have a hater, I don't typically promote. I don't say names. I don't drop nothing. Because one thing that I learned here on YouTube, okay, on YouTube, talking to other creators, bigger creators on YouTube, successful creators, one thing I've learned is that here it's very much about how people work together, right? How people relationships are at play here and great content is at play here, right? And so for me, whether I love you or it just really depends on kind of where I stand with you. If I have a beef with somebody, I don't talk about it. I don't, because I would be damned if you get any kind of promotion from me. You will not. You just don't. um but let me address an elephant, okay? And I'm not going to say names. And people were asking me, why didn't you say names? Because I don't want to and I don't have to. I don't say names. I really don't. I don't give a shit. People, if the shoe fits you, wear it. That's how it is. So I put something on my community wall when I was talking about this whole situation with the lawsuit. Okay. I said, I do not care. Oh, excuse me. That's not it. It was something else. Here it is. Where'd I put it? Because I know I hadn't delete this shit. Okay, here it is. I cannot stand a lazy creator who doesn't credit you and then screen swipes to avoid paying for court docs on Pacer. I don't even like this creator or respect them. Um, hey Mel, shout out to you. You wear a size 10? Let me just say this. When you're reviewing court documents, I don't know about you guys, and I'll give you guys a great example. Let's talk about Burnt Toast real quick. Burnt Toast, when she reviews court documents, you can tell that she puts in the work. She talks to the people. She might talk to somebody that has a little bit more of a legal expert, to help her explain things. She breaks things down. She has a really good way of explaining court documents. You guys have seen her cover the Queen Bee and Bullhorn Betty lawsuit. She does it very eloquently. She can, hold about 1,000 people on that chat because she does such a great job explaining the court docs, right? I give that girl her flowers because I know she does it very well. So It takes time. It's not just about downloading documents on Pacer and paying them, but you have to redact information. You have to block information. I mean, there's different things that you have to do. And then outside of that, you might have to, get on the phone with somebody with a legal eye to kind of help you maybe explain some legal stuff. I'm not an expert at it, right? And so that is quality content, in my opinion. That is somebody that goes above and beyond reading court paperwork and really putting in the time. I give Toasty her flowers every day because she knows how to do that very well. And she explains it very well. And you guys get it. That's what I'm talking about in terms of quality content. Creators that aren't lazy, that don't screen swipe and take from other people. I never said that my live was being played. I never sent anybody anywhere. Never did I do that. But people were upset and they hit me up, and then I was sent a recording. And you know what? I don't like doing the back and forth. I really don't, especially with somebody that I don't know, that I've never done shit to, and that I don't speak of. And not once do I have a title with that person's name anywhere on my community tab. It's the truth. I don't. I'm not crying about it. I'm nobody's hyena. If that's the funniest thing you can call me, whatever, girl, whatever. It is what it is. There is a difference. I do my best. I'm not always the best, but I try my best to provide quality true crime commentary content. Sometimes that is outside of being live. Sometimes that is, out here doing some other stuff, talking to people, pulling documents, doing research. That is quality content. That's the difference between me and the said creator that was screen swiping. They provide quality drama. It takes a lot of time to insert yourself in shit, to start shit, to stir up shit, to be a part of shit. Like it really does. And I'm not taking away from that. I can be, look, I'm being dramatic right now. I can be dramatic. I can, right? But that's the difference between myself and that creator. I don't have beef with that creator. Do you, boo? Okay. But let me tell you, I give credit where credit is due. If I'm using something, your screenshots, your whatever, I listen, I'll drop your link in the chat. I don't like she said, I don't like this creator. I don't like this creator, but you sure as hell watch me. I didn't even know that. How the hell you gonna watch a little hyena over here? How? I don't tag. Y'all let me know. How you watching a hyena? How you watching people? I don't watch. I don't know. I will Mariah carry you. I don't know her. This is why I don't drop names. I don't say shit. Okay. And it's not like I'm making up shit. People saw it for what it was. I didn't tag this person in any post. I don't plan to. Yep, my name is Rabbit Jackson. It's Jackson after yesterday. Girl, I'm getting sued. Just joking. I'm not. And I talk a lot in my commentary, right? Because that's what I do. It's my damn channel. Y'all don't have to listen to it. You really don't. But I don't sit there and talk about your commentary. I don't do quality drama. I don't. Although shout out to the people that do the drama because I like drama. Don't get me wrong. I just don't do it. I just don't do it. But I mean, because it takes a lot of energy to insert yourself in shit, to start shit, to do shit. Rabbit Jackson. Yes, Michael Jackson is my cousin. Girl. That was it. That was all. Like it really wasn't. So people were hitting me up and I said, "Listen, listen, Linda, it's not that serial. It is truly not that serial. Like it is what it is. People will take from you and then they'll talk shit about you when truly like maybe they like something that you do, they just will never admit it, and that's fine. I've never done anything to that creator. I can't remember a day that I've done something to that creator. Now, maybe she might feel like I have, and that's absolutely fine. Nobody's fucking crying. I'm not crying, girl. It's not that like I can't with you. I can't. Ay, 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 ay. It's not. It's not that big of a deal. You know what I'm saying? Truly, it's not. Just trying to find something. Shout out to everybody. Hold up. Let me see if I can find what I was looking for. It was something that I recorded. It was so freaking cute. Okay. Because we were talking a little bit about drama. Hold up. And I just want to play this shit right here. Let me see if I can upload it right quick before we start on these court docs. Okay. No, wrong account. Let's do this. This account, upload it. See how fast my internet is because it fails me. Welcome. This has been a good kiki. I know YouTube's been going crazy. Yo, Tea Maker. Tea Maker said, look it. I'm here for quality content. Listen, drama can be quality content too. Don't get me wrong. I don't do it very well. I really don't. Because it takes energy to start shit. It takes time to start shit to be in like I just can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Um Maybe I'm just boring like that. That Lord, hold up. I gotta show you guys something because this had me dead today. Oh, where did my screen? Is this it? Hold up, yo. I gotta show you guys something. You guys are gonna laugh. Here it is. Hopefully, I don't get strike over or a strike over this. This is me right now. Okay, let's play this. Okay, that was my jam. Should we play it again? Girl, everybody in the 8th grade thought that they could sing to Whitney. Everybody, okay? I sure as hell tried and almost died with that song. Wasn't that amazing? Like, this is such a great holiday, thing. Let me play it again. Let me play it again for the people in the back. Y'all want it again? Am I on a again? Y'all want it again? Oh Lord, she gonna strike. This lady's gonna strike my channel. I might have to remove this, but I have to play it. Okay, here we go. Hold up. You know you tried in the 8th grade and couldn't hold that damn note. Ay, Dios mío. Let's get it together. Oh Lord. Shout out to the person. Oh my God, never tried it. You never tried it. Oh my goodness. Thank you. Replay crew, thank you for the $9.99. Team Maker again, thank you for the $50. Rebecca, thank you for becoming a member. Listen, look, I don't like I said, I ain't got nothing against anybody. I'm trying my best to this is the new rabbit, you guys. It's the new rabbit. Rebecca's a member again. You busted along? All right. All right. All right. All right. Let's get it together. See, that is how I address any elephants in the room. There is no elephant. It is what it is. Okay. Let's get it together. If you had a beautiful voice, you'd be making it. All right. 6 guns, sweetie. Thank you for becoming a member. That was perfect. Just remember, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta bust a Whitney Houston. That's what you gotta do. Okay? She's a better singer than Upchurch. All right. Oh, you already know. We always keep it classy over here. We always do. A little shady, but classy. This is how we do it. Let's get it together. Let's talk about these court documents because we are 21 minutes in, and you already know I talk a lot of shit and I talk a lot. Okay. Just a little thing from the notes that I have. A couple things I need to correct. So, a choice of law doesn't really matter which courthouse this thing lands on. I think mainly it's about what laws or what rule book is going to be applicable to this situation. Okay, keep that in mind. A couple things here. So we talked about procedural law, substantive law, relationship and test, communication. We talked about a public person, malice, from the last live, and what was said, and that being kind of like the argument. So here we are, present time, talking about the opposition. Okay, the memorandum in opposition to defendant Ryan Upchurch's motion to dismiss plaintiff's complaint. Okay, let's get to it. Okay, let's get to it. Yes, we did nail it. Shout out to you guys. Thank you. Okay, comes now the plaintiff Melvin, which we all know as Ickedmel, aka Ickedmel, by and through counsel, and hereby submits his memorandum of authorities in opposition of defendant Ryan Upchurch, Mr. Upchurch's motion to dismiss. This is what we're looking at right now. Under Federal Rule of Civil Procedure, a complaint must contain a short and plain statement of the claim showing that the pleader is entitled to relief. There are some sightings of research that, oh, well, thank you. Thank you, Grandma Sherry. Shout out to you. A complaint will survive a motion to dismiss if the plaintiff alleged fact that the state a claim to relief that is plausible on its face and, if accepted as true, are sufficient to raise a right to relief above the speculative level. The complaint must thus either direct or inferentially can't even read. Lord have mercy. Hold up, yo. Let me stop. It's the caffeine that's getting the best of me right now. Inferential allegations respecting all material elements to sustain a recovery under some viable legal theory. More citing in analyzing the sufficiency and possibility of the claim, this court should construe the complaint in the light most favorable to the plaintiff, accept its allegations as true, and draw all reasonable inferences in favor of plaintiff. More citing. Although the court does not have to accept as true any legal conclusion as a factual allegation, nor any unwarranted factual inference. A motion to dismiss must be denied if the plaintiff can prove any set of facts in support of his claims, which would entitle him to relief. Okay, so here's Mel's attorney saying, listen, if there are some set of facts here that could be proved, like Mel is entitled to some form of relief. Okay, this is what this is about, right? Based on what we have provided. Objection to defendant's use of material outside of the pleading. Normally, when matters outside of the pleading are present to and not excluded by the court, the motion must be treated as one for summary judgment. There's a rule listed. As Mr. Upchurch notes, documents that a defendant attaches to a motion to dismiss are considered part of the pleadings if they are referred to in the plaintiff's complaint and are central to her claim. As such, the motion refers to various exhibits that are not part of the complaint. Interesting. Exhibit A webcast posted on Mr. Mel's YouTube page entitled Kylie Rodney Missing Updates, Hoodie, Necklace, California Girl Disappears During Party in the Woods. Exhibit B, a video entitled Ickedmel is a sex trafficker, code word with an emoji. Y'all remember that? Exhibit C, video entitled Xanaman Ickedmel linked to hidden YouTube pedo site. Y'all see, this is all coming back to me now when all of this was going down. Like, it's crazy that we all got to see it when we were here. Right, Tico. And that's the thing. This is so interesting you say that, like YouTube has metrics for everything. YouTube titles, right? Like you can write a title and the title in itself can be defamatory. To me, this is like you're saying Ickedmel, here it is. Xanaman Ickedmel linked to YouTube pedo site. What? Like that's crazy that you would say that. But it's a title, right? And it's meant to grab somebody's attention. If there's anything that we know as YouTubers, we know about clickbait. A good YouTuber is going to know not so much about like making the title so good that it makes you click it and it gauges you in the first 30 seconds of a video. That's like Creator 101. That is something that I have tried to perfect and perfect and perfect. You know what I'm saying? Same. Yes. Yes. Thank you. All right. Exhibit D, let me see, video titled Ickedmel explaining how he's able to hack your phone camera and do weird illegal things. Okay. Exhibit E, screenshot of specimen 2 chat feed. Exhibit F, screenshot of Ickedmel's YouTube channel. The complaint references these exhibits to varying degrees. However, Exhibit A and F are not central to Mr. Mel's claims because they are not depositive as such. They should not be considered by this court. Interesting. Hold up, let me see. The court will not consider the IWPR study because plaintiffs do not, and this is just a quote, research citing. The video describes in Exhibit A was referenced in the complaint simply to show that Florida was not the only place where the parties had any relationship. Okay. Describing how the place where the relationship, if any, between the parties is centered bears upon the question of which state has the more significant contacts. Therefore, while the mere allegation that Mr. Upchurch had contact with Mr. Mel in Florida by dialing a Florida telephone number may be dispositive of the choice of law issue in and of itself. That issue can be resolved without an examination of the video itself. Reinstated that simple fact that Mr. Upchurch made a call to Mel. How many of you guys remember when Mel was having like the late night calls when he was covering some of the Kylie Rodney stuff? When he was having people call, and Mel does that. He'll have people call into his channel. People will dial up and everything. Y'all remember? I know I know we got a good amount of people from Mel's channel here too. But you guys know how like when he'll have people, right? And it's everybody calling from different numbers. So that is basically, yes. Y'all remember that? Okay. You guys remember that. He has people that will call from different numbers, right? And so the argument becomes like, well, yeah, thank you, Momo. The argument becomes kind of like, well, all right, so then he's calling. Mel lives in Florida. This guy lives in Tennessee. Like, where does it all land? Choice of law, yada, yada. Yeah, remember? Yes, I called in when Carly Russell was acting up. Bama's like, yeah, I remember when I called, it was a Carly Russell case. Remember the Alpha David? Oh, mm. Mo, your twin Momo is here. And look, Momo. And you got the purple candles. Why you got two accounts? Lord have mercy. No, no, no. Yep, the Alpha David. Momo, your double Mo? Mo? I love playing with you guys in the chat. See, this is why it takes so long to go through this because I like interacting and engaging with my audience. That is what a non lazy content creator does. We engage. We do. Girl, I have like food on my shirt. Look at this. And we have food on our shirt. I'm wearing a Pink Floyd shirt. What does your shirt say? That's what I'm wearing. Lord have mercy. Look at this. All right, let me stop. I'm me, Mo. Well, apparently you got a Momo in here. All right. Shout out to you. Okay. Chico's like, I'm too high for this shit. Okay. Let's get it together. Let's get it together. So yeah, so he has peoples that will call. Okay, that's what he does. So Mel in Florida, by dialing a Florida number, may be dispositive of choice of law issue in of itself. That issue can be resolved without an examination of the video itself. Reinstated the simple fact that Mr. Upchurch made a call to Mel's channel um, is more Mel's claim than what the parties discuss on the video. The video is mentioned to simply give a frame of reference for why the call was made. Simply, Mel's channel or its overall content are not dispositive of his claims either. Thus, they are not central to his claims. Mr. Upchurch, defamatory remarks, and written, notice, written statements. Because you know what? When you're writing a YouTube, you're about to do your live or your upload, it's still written statement. It's written in the title, it's written in the description box. Keep that in mind, okay? Keep that in mind. So, let's see. Thus, they are not central to his claims. Okay, so Ryan Upchurch defamatory remarks and written statements came from his channel, not from Mel's channel. Exhibit A and F should be excluded from the court's consideration because they are not dispositive of Mel's claims. Okay. Accordingly, Mel asks that the court disregard any reference to these exhibits in the motion. Statement of background and facts, and I believe we've already went through this. This might be a because it's written in the other complaint complaint. This adversity action arises from the defamatory and torturous conduct of defendant Ryan Upchurch. It has facts in common with those stated in the amended complaint. Mr. Upchurch, a Tennessee resident, is a prominent YouTube personality, okay, whose channel has over 3 million subscribers. We all know that. The plaintiff, Mel Ickedmel, a Florida resident, is also on YouTube, okay? Between August 6th and August 21st of 2022, the parties made videos concerning the disappearance of Miss Rodney, a 16-year-old girl who had disappeared after leaving a party in California. We already know that, all right? Mr. Upchurch theorized that Miss Rodney had been kidnapped by sex traffickers. Y'all remember that? Complaint in all that is in the complaint. This theory, however, was discredited when Miss Rodney's body and her missing car were found in a lake on August 21st of 2022. Again, going back to the facts as to why we are here. I know, did I say it wrong? But it is a bit torturous, all right? It is a bit torturous that we are having to do all this. Isn't it? It's a bit torturous. I mean, that's still a word, Tinkle Tits. It's not, I know it's tortious, but it's torturous. I said that on purpose. I hope you know that. Tomato, both of them are the same. Well, to a certain degree. I don't know. Y'all argue with me in the chat. Let me know. Correct the rabbit. This is what you call quality content. Shout out to us. Right. It's both for sure, right? It's torturous and torturous. Not see, Tinkle, see what you started? See, this is what happens, Tinkle. This is why I love my subs, because y'all can correct me and make fun of me. I love it. It was definitely torturous for sure. It's torturous and for sure, right? And tortious. It sure is. Just say it, man. One and the same. Oh, okay. Y'all need to let me get through this work because we're like on page 4. Not it. Listen, it is not tortillas. Stop it. See, I try and I try so hard, and you guys keep pulling me back. What is a Godfather movie say? What is his name? He says, every time I try to go, they keep pulling me back. Pulling me back. Y'all keep pulling me back. You need to stop. Look, we're going to read this and we're going to have fun. And truly, this isn't fun. I know I say some words a little bit crazy, and I say that on purpose because I'm having fun with you guys. That's all. Please don't take me too serious. I promise you, this is all in fun. Okay. And part of the entertainment quality content value of us, because some of this is a lot. Temperance is like, love it. Keep it real. All right. Now you hungry? Girl, no. No, we are not. Tico Tits, let's do a poll. Which flours are better, corn or flour? Tortillas are better, corn or flour? Just saying. Okay. Now you hungry? All right, let's keep doing this. This reminds me of the Chingy song, not the Chingy song. Okay. So we knew what happened with Kylie Rodney, right? Her body was found. The missing car was found basically at the bottom of the lake. Okay. As it turns out, Miss Rodney had driven her car off the road in a tragic accident, and ergo, Miss Rodney's disappearance and death involved no foul play. It was an accidental death. I will continue to say that, but you tell that to certain YouTubers here, and they think that this is a conspiracy theory. I'm sorry. I don't believe that for a minute, but hey, it is what it is. On August 20th, 2022, Mr. Upchurch uploaded a video to YouTube in which he states that Mr. Ickedmel, is a sex trafficker code word, excuse me, in this video, Mr. Upchurch uses a marker and a sheet of paper to write anagrams of Ickedmel. I have a picture of that. We've seen when all that went down, right? Remember when he was doing the misspelling and Scrabble and whatever, like he was putting up the words all crazy. Y'all remember that? Because I do. Of Ickedmel, such as "sell me kid" and "licked me." And that is in the complaint. In the video, we talked a little bit about that. I'm not going to reread any of this because we've already did. The same day, Mr. Upchurch republished one of Ickedmel's videos wherein he describes the genesis of his handle Ickedmel. Okay. I feel like I've seen that video 1,000 times, and I mean there is nothing nefarious or anything that sounds from Mel explaining that, but leave it to Ryan Upchurch to turn that around and make it sound like it's a huge conspiracy theory. Um, let's keep going. We read this. Okay, here it is. Thus, even though only 124,000 people have viewed the video, millions of people have seen the written text. Ickedmel is a sex trafficking code word. Okay, and here's a little screenshot of what that looked like. Let me get a little smaller so y'all can see that. Y'all see that? Ickedmel is a sex trafficking code word. And he doesn't have a K on the trafficking part, but I mean, if I read that, I already know what it says. We already know what he was trying to say with that, okay? Thus, Mr. Serena's videos were still being suppressed in the Google search algorithm by Mr. Upchurch's defamatory video, including defamation specimen 1, as recently as August 2023. And it's interesting because I remember when I did a search, those videos were coming up on Mel's search engine. Look, YouTube's is a number game. This is a number situation. If you have a creator with over 3 million subscribers and Mel, who what he's like at a little over 280, I want to say. I'm not really sure. Yeah, close to 3. Okay, he's getting, but 3 million, a little over 3 million versus somebody in the 200,000s. Like, who do you think YouTube is going to push in the algorithm? They're going to push the creator with the millions, right? Because that is how YouTube makes money. When people start understanding a little bit of how people make money and the algorithm and all that other stuff, like it is a dinosaur in itself. And so this is why you just got to be careful, right? You got to be careful. But that video was showing up on Mel's algorithm. And I remember because I would search for Mel and that video constantly came up. I mean, I could probably Google search right now on YouTube search. Let me not say Google search, even though it's still Google, but I can YouTube search Ickedmel and immediately something with Ryan Upchurch is going to come about. Because that is just how this man, here it is, literally, that's just how he drowns the algorithm. So if this is how you make money and this is what you do for a living, because this is a business for many, yeah, this is a concern. You don't want this kind of material out there, and it's defamatory. It's defaming your character, right? Upchurch literally said for everyone to sue him, he reaps and well, I mean, he said that. He doesn't care about people suing him, right? He's got the millions. Thus, Ickedmel's videos are still being suppressed in the algorithm. We read that part. On August 21st, 2023, Mr. Upchurch uploaded another video which falsely states and or implies that Mel was linked to a hidden YouTube sex trafficking website. We talked about that as well. We saw that as part of their exhibits, okay? The statements and implications contained within the video and in its title are referred to as defamation specimen 2, okay? And then the video is transcribed, and we talked a little bit about that in the last live. In August 21st of 2022 video, and the only reason that Mr. Upchurch presents for his assertion that Mel is linked to a hidden YouTube pedo site, which is short for pedophilia website, are that number one, certain links to pornographic videos had been placed into the chat feed of another YouTuber's video, and that number two, these links say 18 and below. Complaint at, and that's in the complaint. However, the other YouTube the other YouTuber, shout out to Burden of Proof. Burden of Proof is being mentioned here. However, the other YouTuber, Burden of Proof, has no connection to Ickedmel's complaint. As such, Ickedmel had nothing to do with the placement of these links on the Burden of Proof YouTube video. And let me tell you, there was this one time, because it was happening to me too. And I know exactly what links he was talking about because I remember when Ryan Upchurch did that video, he showed the exact like the links, and I was blocking bots. These are bots that will come into your comments. This is why, as a creator, one of the settings that I have on my YouTube channel is block all links. So people will try, and I hate to do that because I know that there's some really great subscribers that try to comment and drop their links and stuff like that or reference a certain creator or whatever, but because of that I literally blocked all links, everything. Oh Lord have mercy, and who can forget the purple lights? Who could forget the purple light? I got purple flowers over here, somewhere over there. I mean, yeah, who could forget the purple lights? Okay, seriously. Yeah, and those were chat bots, yes, but leave it to what's his name to say that it was something different, Just saying. Okay, so Burden of Proof, has no link to Mel. Shout out to Burden of Proof. I think she was in the chat a little bit earlier. Let's see. Mr. Upchurch attempt to associate Burden of Proof with Ickedmel, may be described as following. First, Mr. Upchurch claims we already linked Mel to Ronnie Jones and showed y'all who both them really were and linked the bump lip girl to them as well. I okay. Part of his singular assertion about how we already linked the bump lip girl to Ickedmel and Mr. Jones, Mr. Upchurch lays no predicate to support his conclusion that Mel is connected to the bump lip girl. He wrote bump lip girl here. Um, okay. Mr. Upchurch says that he typed the bump lip girl name into his podcast thing. Then he claimed that from this, he came across Burden of Proof's YouTube page where he found these pornographic links. Complaint, that's in the complaint at 29. Finally, he claimed that these links are for child porn and that it is even says 18 and below, complaint number footnote at 29. Okay. And then we have some footnotes here. And then Mr. Upchurch does not refer viewers to any previous videos that give support for his conclusions that Xaname and Ickedmel are linked, nor does he give any synopsis of the facts given rise to his conclusion that may have been found in any such videos. Therefore, this lack of factual predicate believes Mr. Upchurch contention that he in real time presented all of the information from which he has reached his conclusion. Oh, Jesus. Oh, yeah, look at he put in, oh my God, Mel's attorney put in the screenshot. See, this is what it looked like. I remember, like, this is all coming back to me. I might even have some screenshots of some of this. I might. I might. Just saying. Okay, so it says, referencing a screen capture from the defamation specimen to Mr. Upchurch states in the memorandum, as the court can see, the statement features a downward facing arrow prominently next to the words 18 year. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I don't vibe with the wall punchers. Lord. Well, don't worry, that man's got enough money for drywall. He'll be all right. However, the complete English comment to which he references is depicted below, only for fans over 18 years. Upchurch Memo Exhibit E, third comment. Moreover, the only other English comment on this screen captured is depicted below. Trending, there's a heart, this is trending adult porn videos only. Upchurch Memo Exhibit E, first comment. Now that he is in the subject of a multi-million-dollar suit for defamation, Mr. Upchurch has tried to recon into the downward arrow depicted above a post hoc interpretation to suggest that the videos were of minors. However, the only English word in the comment states otherwise. Well, that is true. Only for fans over 18 years. Year, not years. Year. Now it's getting into these technicalities. Adult trending porn videos only. Therefore, Mr. Upchurch must have published that statement. Dude, it even says 18 and below with the high degree of awareness of probable falsity. So where does it say that it's for 18 and below? Do y'all see the comment right there? I remember specifically these links. And it didn't say it was for, it says only for fans over 18 year. Nothing says child, right? Right. I had links blocked in live chat. Wasn't until Ryan's video about my live that someone told me where in settings to block links on comments after the live ended. Burden of proof, you're fairly new around that time. It never did, right? That is so interesting. So this guy, like this doesn't say child. So where did he come up with the child part? This was Ryan Upchurch making up shit. That's what it was. There's your defamation, right? I mean, okay, let's keep reading. Mr. Upchurch new defamation specimen 2 and its titles were false. Or at the very least, he behaved with actual malice and or with reckless disregard for the truth when he published these assertions. Yes, he did. He did. Bonnie, thank you for becoming a member. I'll make sure I greet everybody. I haven't been able to read the super chats and comments, but I'll definitely get to it here in a minute, guys. I got those links in the comments too until I learned how to block it. Yeah, Grandma Sherry, I had to learn how to block some of this stuff. I really did. And I had no idea, but I was getting like botted by these bots dropping these links. But nowhere in my mind did I think that this was for child prawn. I didn't. I thought it was like for adults because that's what it said. In fact, Mr. Upchurch had actual knowledge that Mel was not linked to a hidden pedophile website. Defamation Specimen 2 has been viewed at least 167,000 times and had been liked at least 9,000 times. Thus, over 9,000 people have expressed belief in what Mr. Upchurch has stated or implied. Beyond this, the false and defamatory title to Defamation Specimen 2, okay, has been seen by 1.6 million to 8.3 million people. On the day he claimed that Mel is linked to a hidden YouTube pedo site, Mr. Upchurch revealed Mel's identity and disclosed that he lived in Florida. Therefore, Upchurch intentionally directed the statements and or implications complaints of herein towards the specific end of defaming Mel and not simply an anonymous YouTube figure named Ickedmel. And y'all remember when we were first reviewing and unveiling the complaint and letting the people know about this lawsuit? Do you remember how many, like the threats, the phone calls from Facebook, one after another? The man had to file a police report. When you're in a situation, like I feel for him because I have been in that situation where people make threats to you. Sometimes it's like so uncalled for and you're just like damn, you really hate me that much that you would put some shit out there about me that is not true. Hold up, let me look at the time. It's defaming my character. It's impacting my lively, like the way I eat, the way my child eats. People will do that to you. I saw that. I didn't know how bad it was, and I literally reacted to that in real time. He did. A lot of people. You're one of them too. There was a lot of people that he hurt. But does he recognize that? No, because he doesn't care. That's one thing I learned about Upchurch. He don't give a shit. He doesn't. Mm-mm. And the supporters don't really care. Hold on, let me see. Yes, sorry, you guys. I got distracted by a comment. That is the question. What did he ever do but cover a true crime case? He didn't agree with what his commentary was. Like, I have never seen like that. I'm just saying, like, it was the tantrum and the different things that I saw. And there was a lot of people that catered to him. I mean, a lot of channels grew when he would hit the link, and he would go up in there and he'd give commentary, and then he super chat $500 to these creators and whatever. I mean, it's just bird brains at most. Give me 1 sec, guys. 1 sec. Sorry, guys. I had somebody at my door. I was like, let me go answer. Um, Hold up. Oh, okay. Really? Well, that should be interesting. Um, Let me see what you guys are saying. I don't know much about Upchurch, but it seems like he might be surrounded by Proud Boys types. People have said different things. I don't know, and I don't know what he stands for, but I know that behaviorally this was not okay. You know what I'm saying? It just wasn't. So let's keep reading. Sorry, guys, I got somebody at the door. Um, so Mel received a message from Ralph, is it Simard, from Bangor, Maine, in which he threatens to put a gun into Mel's motherfucking mouth. I remember that message. I remember that message. In this message, Ralph calls Mel a pedo while referencing Ryan 3 weeks after Mr. Upchurch had first implied that Mr. Sereno was a pedophile. Ralph also referenced Zanime and a guest on Mr. Upchurch webcast. Thus, Ralph was referring to what Upchurch had said about Mel, and as such, he clearly believed that Upchurch had said about Mr. Mel, or Mr. Sereno, excuse me, Mr. Mel. It was so disturbing. Ryu thinks he's better than anyone. So when proven to be a bullshitter, yes, to his fans. Oh, and they attack. I mean, I'm telling you, I've had to block a lot of people from that crowd. It was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. And they come over here and they're just unapologetic about it. Um, you know, it is what it is. That's what they do. Okay, let's keep reading. So he sent that message in reaction to the death threat and other hateful messages he received from other persons. Mel feared for the lives of his daughter and himself, and he filed a criminal report, and then he purchased security cameras for his home. Um, Ryan Upchurch had actual knowledge of the wrongfulness of his conduct. Furthermore, given that his audience is comprised of more than 3 million subscribers, Mr. Upchurch knew that there was a high probability of that injury or damage to Ickedmel would result. Mr. Upchurch had the specific intent of causing harm to Mr. Sereno complaint. He acted with malice and with deliberate disregard for Mr. Sereno's safety and well being, wanting only to see his audience grow. That's true. And then he dropped a record. Um, sure did. You're still having to block people, says Mo. Mo, it's bad. Like, I still have to block people. And like I said, I will do it unapologetically. I don't care. If you come over here with this bullshit, I will block you. I just don't. Like I said, I treat it like anything else. I don't tag people. I can get petty in every state, but I just don't. I don't give a shit. Like, I know what this is about when people do that to you. And the more airtime you give it, the more people just want to thrive out of that. Okay. So then he does a choice of law analysis. And we've already kind of went through that. Mr. Upchurch cites only one case that pertains to multi-state defamation in the context of an so here's the argument again as to what laws apply to what. We kind of reviewed this already. I'm not going to go through this. The argument plaintiffs are not barred by the Tennessee statute of limitations. Mr. Upchurch succinctly described the issue relating to the statute of limitations. The law of defamation includes both slander, which is spoken, and libel, which is written. We got some citings. The complaint speaks of defamation specimen 1 and 2, each being comprised of a video and its written title. Restated, the complaint clearly identifies that the written titles to be these specimens are defamatory. I would agree. Are the titles, in my opinion, I believe that the titles are defamatory. Like, Ickedmel is a sex trafficking code word. That is his channel. I'm assuming that it's also how he files taxes. Like, that is his work. That is if I said, like, I'm just thinking of a bigger creator. Maybe I can just look in the chat. Vic stands for this, right? Mo stands for that. Like that is, and then I have some crazy explanation as to why it stands like that, and then somehow say it as fact, and then it's written. It's a little bit different when it's written. I believe it's a little bit more powerful too, and it lives on, and it lives on, you know? A person searching for Ickedmel on Google will read that Ickedmel is a sex trafficking code word. True. Even if he or she never clicks on the video link. True. Yes. Likewise, anyone who stumbles across defamation specimen 2 should read that Ickedmel is linked to a hidden YouTube pedophile site, even if he or she never clicks the video. Thus, these written titles are as defamatory as anything that Mr. Upchurch has verbalized in his videos. Assuming, I think it's arguendo, that Mr. Upchurch is correct when he says that the videos might be slander but not libel, it follows that Mr. Upchurch could have avoided a libel suit by simply rewording his title. Oh my God. Is he really? This attorney, he said, look, he said, you could have just avoided this lawsuit if you just would have reworded your title. He says, for example, he could have titled, he could, he could have entitled the defamation specimen 1 as what I believe Ickedmel means. And let me tell you, that is so interesting that he points that out, because I did a video yesterday and I put in on my here it is. See, Vic, is that what your name stands for? Very important community QT. There you go. Okay. I put on my thumbnail, right? Trafficking with a question mark. Every time, and this is a creator 101 thing, because I don't want no lawsuits. Listen, I'm like Tasha K. I ain't got it, okay? You sue me, I ain't got it. I really don't, okay? I ain't got it. Don't be fooled by the rocks that I got. I got nothing in the black, okay? I ain't got it. But a question mark is important, right? I always put a question mark in various, or like this, like the attorney wrote, what I believe Ickedmel means, or does Ickedmel mean question mark, question mark, question mark. Similarly, Mr. Upchurch could have entitled defamation specimen 2 as websites I believe Ickedmel is linked to, right? Because I believe has more of a opinion connotation, right? Like I believe it is my opinion, but he put it out there as fact. That's what he did. In any event, he could have described the nature of his discourse in these videos by using innocuous descriptions in the written titles without communicating a defamatory message. Instead, to drive traffic, Mr. Upchurch used written titles that claim Mr. Mel was linked to a pedophile website and sex trafficking site. Okay? Because the specimens are comprised of written titles that communicate a standalone defamatory meaning, the written title, if anything else, are libel. Absolutely. Moreover, Mr. Upchurch did rearrange the word Ickedmel using pen and paper. Either way, by virtue of Mr. Upchurch's own concession, the statute of limitations does not bar this suit, meaning that because it's written, the statute of limitations might be a little bit different for the written word versus the spoken. Mm. Let's keep reading. The complaint states that valid claims for defamation and defamation by implication under both Tennessee and Florida law. As Mr. Upchurch states in his brief, there is no meaningful difference in Tennessee law and Florida law as to the elements of defamation, nor the analysis to determine which statements are actionable. Okay, therefore, Mr. Sedano will analyze his claims under the rubric of the Florida law, and they quote some sites there. Make sure you guys check them out if you get your little documents or screen swipe. The tort of defamation under Florida law has the following 5 elements: publication, falsity. The actor must act with knowledge or reckless disregard as to the falsity on a matter concerning a public official, or at least on a matter concerning a private person. Actual damages. Statement must be defamatory. Okay. Defamation by implication is a variation of defamation in which literally true statements can be defamatory where they create a false impression. Wow. So defamation specimen 1 and 2 are publications. Defamation specimen 1 and 2 are false. So he's outlining how they meet the elements of defamation. 1 and 2 are publications, which is one of the elements that he listed out here, right? For Florida, publication, it needs to be false. 1 and 2 are false. And then he says, 3, Mr. Upchurch published defamation specimen 1 and 2 with knowledge that they are false or with reckless disregard on the matter concerning a public official and or at least negligible on a matter concerning a private person. This element articulates the commonly held false standard for defamation cases. There you go. So I mean, he aligns it there for everybody to kind of get. And then there's the argument about a public figure, right? Is Mel a public figure? What does that mean? There are 2 kinds of public figures: plaintiff, a limited purpose public figure, and a general purpose public figure. A limited purpose public figure is a public figure with respects to a limited range of issues, and one achieves that status by voluntarily injecting himself into a particular public controversy. A general purpose public figure is one who attains such pervasive fame or notoriety that he becomes a public figure for all purposes in all contexts. Mr. Sedeno Mel is not a public figure in any sense of the term, but even if he is, he has sufficiently put Mr. Upchurch on notice of plausible facts that give rise to a claim of actual malice. Mr. Sedeno is not a general public purpose or general purpose public figure. I say that 5 times. Mr. Upchurch seems to acknowledge the standards for determining whether a person is a general public purpose figure is rather daunting. Okay. Only a small group, and this is from the Supreme Court, has held only a small group of individuals are public figures for all purposes. It has also held that absence clear evidence of general fame or notoriety in the community and pervasive involvement in affairs of society, an individual should not be deemed a public personality for all aspects of his life. So Mel is not a public figure if you look at the Supreme Court definition, right? Like what would make him? You Tinkle to say, well, they're both public, but I think that there's the way the attorney explains that is that there's 2 kinds of public figures. There's one that is hold up, let me go back. There's one that's like a general purpose public figure, and then there's one that is a hold up. He explains it. There's 2 kinds, he says. Public figures and plaintiff, a limited purpose public figure, and a general purpose public figure. So that is kind of like essentially establishing that there's 2 kinds, and therefore One has its notoriety for one way and notoriety for a different way. For the purposes of this lawsuit, Mel is not. And I can understand this because, like, I'm thinking in my mind, well, if you see Mel at a store, how often is he recognized? Or like, what would be his notoriety? Does he cover true crime cases and therefore makes it in the media? And they're like, as a YouTube channel, is he a public figure? Does that establish that for you? I don't know. Like, I kind of agree with this because it's like, well, maybe it does differentiate in two different ways. I don't know. Couldn't he be an entrepreneur, public figure, right? I mean, this is I never really thought about this, but now I'm just kind of thinking of it this way. Well, I don't consider myself a public figure, but then what would consider, like, how would we consider ourselves public figure? Okay, SW says I was recognized as a local firefighter. I don't know. I mean, just kind of makes you wonder. Kind of makes you wonder. Okay, let's keep reading. He cites some cases here. I'm gonna try to skim through this a little bit more. However, okay, on the public figure part, he argues back. He makes the argument for that. Hold up. Okay. Finally, the court should examine the opinion of Judge Richardson in the case of Santoni versus Mueller. Okay, another case. The plaintiff in this case, like Mr. Sereno, was a social media enthusiast who used a pseudonym while discussing various topics and engaging in debate. In views of these facts, the court found defendant does not argue that the plaintiff is a general purpose public figure. He goes into that. Okay. In short, Mr. Sereno simply cannot be a general purpose public figure. So he's trying to just determine that. Rabbit, you are a public figure. A few months ago, you had less than half. Congrats. Bonnie's like, Rabbit, listen, Bonnie, I don't think you would recognize me at a Whole Foods, okay? Like, come on now. And then again, listen, I really don't talk to people. I hate small talk. I really do. Believe it or not. So I think I'd be the worst public figure. Like, the worst. The worst. I would. I would. Someone recognizes me every time I go out. My SB used to be lit. She goes like, listen, I was lit. Okay. Mr. Sanano is not a limited purpose public figure. So he goes into that. I'm just going to try to, it's up there if you guys want to check the documents out. Hold up. Let's go into that. But I thought this was a very important point to make. Hold up, let's go page 23. Regardless of whether Mr. Sereno is a public figure, he has demonstrated a plausible cause for actual malice. That I do agree. Um, I do agree with that. I feel like part of it is maybe I'm a little biased because I saw everything play out the way that it did, but I don't know. The plaintiff in a defamation case against a public figure must prove that the defamatory publication was made with actual malice, that is, with knowledge that it was false or with reckless disregard of whether it was false or not. The defendant in a defamation action brought by a public official cannot, however, automatically ensure a favorable verdict by testifying that he published with the belief that the statements were true. The finder of the fact must determine whether the publication was indeed in good faith. However, when the publisher allegations are so inherently improbable that only a reckless man would have put them in circulation, or where there are obvious reasons to doubt the veracity of the informant or the accuracy of his reports, professions of good faith will be unlikely to be proven pervasive. Mm, 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 mm. Put simply, the subjective belief of the defendant can be no defense to assert of actual malice when the defamatory remarks are inherently improbable or are obviously dubious. Interesting. In the case at bar, the complaint pleads sufficient facts to support such a conclusion. Yeah, so basically, Ryan Upchurch made his own bed, right? So he had the defamatory title and the video supporting his defamatory statements, right? How he made into the conclusion. That is the piece that I'm like, that's not an opinion anymore, right? It wasn't an opinion when you put it on the title that so and so is a, sex offender or a sex trafficker, right? um, or any of those defamatory statements. When you put it in the video and you spell it out for everybody, it hits a little bit different, right? Just a thought. Regarding defamation specimen one, it entitled it concludes. See, this is what I was saying. Look, it said it perfectly. Um, its title concludes that Mel is a sex trafficking code word. Okay. Mr. Sereno has demonstrated in his complaint how Mr. Upchurch had actual knowledge of the falsity of I can't even say this word, of the statement on the very day that he made this statement. Mr. Upchurch published a video where Mr. Sereno explained the genesis of the term. He did. So he came up with that conclusion and he said how he did it and yada 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 and whatnot and whatnot. He did that, right? Falsity. He did that. So he was reckless in that regard. Let me go and skim this dust. Not only did Mr. Upchurch behave recklessly, but he also had actual knowledge that what he was saying was false, and this is actual malice. I love this. I love how he wrote this because he said it. It's malice, malice, malice. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right. Let me see who else is in the. Let me see. What else? Regarding defamation specimen 2, its title concludes Zanime and Ickedmel are linked to a hidden YouTube pedo site. As the basis for this conclusion, Mr. Upchurch first claimed that we already linked the bump lip girl. We already went through that whole narrative. And then he actually claims that from this he came across Burden of Proof's YouTube page. We talked about that, where he found these pornographic links in the comment sections. And then what else? Burden of Proof was bombarded and harassed because of all of this. Keep that in mind. So a lot of what he did impacted a lot of YouTubers. Okay. Finally, he claims that these links are for child porn and that it even says 18 and below, although the display comment speaking nothing of a sort. It didn't say 18 and below in the comment. We just saw the screenshots. Shout out to the attorney that posted those screenshots for us because we are in a screenshot era nowadays. That's how we see proof nowadays, okay? Lord have mercy, what's going on? Hold up. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for the $10 cash app. I just got it, Morals. Thank you. Thank you, love. Shoot, where was I at? Okay. Nowhere in this video does he claim or otherwise assert that Zanime or Mr. Jones are involved in pedophilia. Yes, he does say that we showed y'all who Mel and Ronnie Jones were, but he never points the viewer to where he has made these disclosures. In fact, he does not describe it in this video how Zanime or Mr. Jones supposedly engage in pedophilia or sex trafficking, nor does he explain how Mr. Sereno is linked to them. Mr. Upchurch states unequivocally that the bump lip girl just deleted her effing YouTube, which means that she's no longer on YouTube, and that's on the complaint. Yet somehow, when he types Zanime into the podcasting, he goes to the channel Burden of Proof. We just talked about that. First, the conclusion found in the title to the defamation specimen 2 is dubious, if only because the pornographic sites to which Mr. Upchurch refers are by no means hidden. By simply typing the name Bump Lip Girl into a podcast thing to find these alleged pedo sites, Mr. Upchurch demonstrated that the sites are not only out in the open, but that whoever or whatever placed them into the comment section of Burner Proof's page wanted them to be. Hold up. Oh my goodness. Ubiquitous. Had to learn how to say that word. Give me one sec. Well, he did. I mean, mm, he basically wanted to make it sound like they could be found, appeared everywhere. Basically, I mean, that's what it was, right? Beyond this, it is absurd that Mr. Upchurch could tie Mr. Ickedmel to any sites. be they for adult porn, child porn, or whatever, that may be found on comment sections of another person's YouTube page. This is especially true when no comments on the page reference Mr. Mel on his handle Ickedmel. Common sense dictates that comment sections are open to anyone who makes comments on videos. Furthermore, a person like Mr. Upchurch, whose YouTube videos have been watched 2 million times, 2 billion times, should have plenty of experience with comments on his videos to understand how comment section works. Yes, y'all love the shade out of this. He said, listen, if you got 2 billion, people watching your videos, why don't you know how the comments work? Help me understand. Help me understand how you don't know that. You would think he knows. Yes, those corn bots. But he knows that. Like, I swear, I'm like, come on, Ryan Upchurch, you can't be that stupid. But he did it on purpose because he knows that his audience is going to believe whatever the hell he puts out. He doesn't give a shit. He doesn't. He never did. All in all, it was inherently improbable and obviously dubious of Mr. Upchurch to say that Mr. Sedano was linked to this YouTube pedophile site, hidden site, or that his handle was a sex trafficking code word. Indeed, the causal nexus that Mr. Upchurch uses to support his claims of sex trafficking and pedophilia, would have made Joseph Stalin proud. Oh my! He just mentioned Stalin. This. Did y'all see? Did y'all catch the shade? Did y'all catch the shade? He said He said Mr. Upchurch uses to support his claims of sex trafficking and pedophilia would have made Joseph Stalin proud. Stalin's chief of staff, is it Lavernia? Beria once advised the Soviet leader, "You bring me the man, I'll find you the crime." Defamation specimen 1 and 2 have brought the man, Melvin Sereno, now Mr. Upchurch, has found the crime, i.e., sex trafficking and pedophilia. Shut the front door. Oh, Lord, listen, I love me. I love me a petty attorney. Like, I live. Y'all see how he made that comparison? You see that? You think that's a jump? I think it's a perfect, like wow. Because I know you never would have thought of that, right? He said, no, he's not holding back. Y'all caught that? But JP, that's exactly what Ryan Upchurch did. You're absolutely right. Oh my God, how many hours are going to be spent in court deciding what Stalin should have really wanted? This is a wonderful comparison. He's not wrong, right? I'm saying it's the petty in the language. Like, I understand it. Listen, he said, he even gave you an example of what he meant. He said, look, defamation specimen 1 and 2 have brought the man, Melvin Sereno, Mel, now Mr. Upchurch has found the crime, sex trafficking and pedophilia. Mr. Upchurch's behavior is the black letter law definition for recklessness. Ooh. He said it. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Let me zoom into this. Because, and I can't zoom in. I don't know why it's not letting me zoom in. Lord have mercy. That was perfect. Right? Therefore, Mr. Sereno has made a plausible case in his complaint for actual malice because Mr. Upchurch acted with malice. The third element of defamation is met. I cannot. Mel's lawyer did Brittany see, we interviewed, this was before he was Mel's lawyer. It's Mr. Matt. You guys got to check him out. I mean, he is like the petty of But see, this is professionally petty, you know? This is not like Whitney Houston petty. This is like, you know, the Whitney Houston song. This is professionally petty, okay? I live. Hold on. How much of this do we actually have? Because I have to head out here. Oh, yep, it's Mr. Matt. There you go. Y'all need an attorney. Make sure you check him out. I mean, serious. I live. Yes, he was. We interviewed him on the Andrakio case. Y'all remember when he hit the link? I live. Thank you for Chico for dropping that channel. I mean, I'm sure he can't talk about the case because he's in the case, but I live for this. I love it. I love it. So, defamation specimen 1 and 2. Hold up. Let me see what time it is. Cost Mr. Sedano to suffer actual damages. Okay, more. Hold up. Let me go. In the case at bar, Mr. Sedano has articulated actual damage in the complaint. First, he articulates how Ralph, okay, the guy that was making the threats, threatened to put a gun into Mel's mouth while referencing the words pedo and Ryan in his message, thereby indicating that the defamation complaint of herein was published to him. Okay, there you go. That's the connection, and he's got a police report. Mr. Sedan also received other messages from Mr. Upchurch's followers, further indicating damages to Mr. Sedano's reputation. Fearing for his life and the life of his daughter, Mr. Sedano then filed criminal charges against Ralph in Hollywood, Florida, where Mr. Sedano lives, where Mel lives. He then purchased security cameras for his home. We talked about that. Mr. Sedano lost subscribers to his channel. He sure did. And till this day, he's still, like somebody said in the chat, he's still being harassed. He's still being harassed, right? Thus, not only did Mr. Sedano suffer damages to his reputation, but also he suffered extreme mental anguish and fear for his safety, for his safety and his family. Thus, the fourth prong of the test for defamation has been met. I freaking love this. I wish I could like frame the Stalin reference because that was beautiful. A statement is pure opinion when it is commentary or opinion based on facts that are set forth in the subject publication or which are otherwise known or available to the reader or listener. By contrast, a statement is mixed opinion when an opinion or a comment is made which is based upon facts regarding the plaintiff or his conduct that have not been stated in this article or assumed to exist by the parties to the communication. Mm-mm-mm. Likewise, a statement that, although in form of an opinion, implies the allegation of undisclosed defamatory facts as the basis for the opinion. The definition for pure opinion and mixed opinion referenced above, however, are lacking in significant respect, at least with regards to the facts of this case. These definitions do not define a rudimentary level of what is an opinion, to be it pure, mixed, or otherwise. Definition, attention should be turned to the Supreme Court holding. So they give us a little definition of opinion. Mr. Upchurch writes that Mel is a sex trafficking code word and that Xana May and Mel are linked to a hidden YouTube pedo site. Thus, the definitive nature of these statements' titles belies any contention that they may be opinions of any sort. These titles are factual assertions, not opinions. Okay, great. All right. So, with respects to defamation specimen 1, Mr. Upchurch emphasizes that much of his monologue is devoted to asking questions as to why the name Ickedmel can be rearranged into Sell Me a Kid or Lick Me. But even then, Mr. Upchurch answers this question with the definitive conclusion in the written title to his video. Ickedmel is a sex trafficking code word. And that is the thing. He has it all on the video, right? And then he puts he has his conclusion in the video, but the defamation is in the title of that video, right? I mean, let's see. Hold up. Complaint states a valid claim for intentional infliction of emotional distress and false light. Although Mr. Sereno contends that the Florida law should govern his actions, he makes these arguments in case the court finds that Tennessee law is the better choice of law. Mr. Upchurch contends that Ickedmel claim for intentional infliction of emotional distress may be barred under Florida law to the single publication or single action rule. Okay. While that appears to be the case under Florida law in view of the case cited by Mr. Upchurch, this does not appear to be the situation under Tennessee law. Therefore, if the court does not decide that Tennessee law governs, Mr. Sereno contends that his claim for intentional infliction of emotional distress should remain viable. Similarly, since Mr. Sereno Ickedmel has demonstrated that he is not a public figure and that Mr. Upchurch did act with actual malice. Conclusion: for all the reasons set forth, Mr. Melvin Sedano prays that this honorable court deny the defendant's motion to dismiss the complaint, since it is possible for the plaintiff to prove a set of facts in support of his claims. And respectfully, and attorney Shady McShady. What do you guys think? So, I mean, this is again, we just reviewed in short and very quickly, okay? We just reviewed, hold up, the memorandum in opposition to defendants Ryan Upchurch motion to dismiss plaintiff's complaint. I mean, what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And let me go to these comments real quick, okay? Crafty Kid gifted 5 memberships. Thank you, Crafty. If you guys got a membership from Crafty, please put a heart in the chat. Sorry I couldn't get to them right away because it's a lot of reading. Bonnie, thank you for becoming a new member. Tinkle says the $4.99. I don't vibe with the wall punchers. Quirky, a member for 5 months. Thank you. Grandma Sherry's been a member for 8 months. Love a messy fluffle. Thank you. Lead with love, member for 5 months. Six Gun Sweetie, thank you for becoming a member. Rebecca, twice. I think you might have upgraded your memberships, love. Thank you. T Maker again, thank you so much for the $50. $9.99 Pacer fees. Thank you, Replay, and for the $4.99. Summer Butterfly, thank you for the 2 months membership. You guys are awesome. Are you fucked around and found out? He's gonna find out. Well, I mean, it's not gonna listen. I think he has a true claim, and I guess we'll see how things get ruled out and whatnot. I'm just here delivering the information, okay, providing as much of a quality as I can of a content. You know what I'm saying? Like as much as I can, because I mean, sometimes it's just be too much. It really is. You guys ready for Whitney again? You guys ready for Whitney again? Before we head out, let's do it one more time for the people in the back, okay? Because y'all clearly enjoyed this. Just saying.
Bitch, I don't play.
Y'all don't play? We don't play, right?
I'm petty and I'm known to throw shade.
We are known to throw shade, right? And we're ready to throw shade, right?
Hating ho,
Hating ho.
please just go.
Please just go. I love it. Hating ho. Please just go.
Don't get cute.
Don't get cute.
Just walk.
Just walk
away.
I just wish I had her voice. I love it. I can't even. Oh, wait. Like, I can't even. Girl, I'm not even going to try. I love it. Wait for it.
Girl, bye.
Girl, bye. Girl, bye.
Bitch, listen. Fuck you.
she said, bitch, listen. Fuck you. Oh my God. I know. Listen, I'm dying. I'm not playing this shit anymore. Because you guys are going to make me go crazy. Love it.
Bitch, listen. Fuck
I love this.
you.
I'm seeing Whitney Houston and Kevin Costner right now. Just running the whole airplane scene. Y'all remember the very ending of Bodyguard? All right, that's it. That's done. You're in love. Aesop's like, what the hell did I just walk into? All right, y'all. All right. You need this girl. I found it. I said, I love this. I love this. I love this. Crafty, thank you for gifting again. Shout out to you. Y'all remember the airplane scene when she's like running and Kevin Costner's right there? And it was just, anyways, it came in perfect. Anyways, all right, y'all. You guys have a great night. If you're watching the replay, please hit the like button. If I talk too much, I'm sorry. That's just how I am. Welcome to my channel, Down the Rabbit Hole News. I am the Rabbit. Good night.